that long. Welcome to Hubbard's Journey Special Edition.
Happy Valentine's
Happy Valentine's
Day.
Day from the Indian Ocean. Let me tell you about the Indian Ocean where we are. The captain announced that we are in a extreme remote part of the Indian Ocean. There are no islands near us, no land masses, and I think there are no flight patterns above us. Didn't he say there was like one plane that was going
I think
across
that's what he
us?
said today. There was only one.
One plane?
Yeah.
Welcome, live chat. Remember?
Hey.
Oh, hey,
Siren.
Kelly. All right. So that's where we are. We're in the Indian Ocean. We're in a remote part of the Indian Ocean, and we're heading to Fremantle, Australia.
I know. Our journey is almost complete on the Queen Mary
I
too.
don't want to leave. I love the Queen
You know what
Mary.
we got today?
What do we get?
We were at dinner.
What do we get?
What was on our bed when we got home?
Oh,
because it is evening for us. Yeah. For those of you who have joined, it is evening for us. We just got back from dinner.
Oh, wait. Good evening, good afternoon, and good morning somewhere in the world.
For us, it's evening. We just came back from dinner, and on our beds when we got back were our luggage tags. It's always a sad day when you on a cruise when you get your luggage tags.
Always a sad day.
We did say we're going to try and do a little packing tomorrow, so it was probably appropriate that we got them. But
well, let's get back to how remote we are.
Go ahead.
I mean, we are so freaking remote that the British government hired Cunard to drop buoys in the ocean path that we are in to track the weather.
Yeah. Disney, Kelly's putting a couple comments.
What did she say?
She said, "Oh no, time to pack."
Yeah, oh no, time to pack. Right, we hate that.
So they put down buoys to send data back to
weather data. Weather data. Not only that is that multiple countries drop satellite waste, not satellite waste, space waste, which is satellites, rockets, whatever, some stuff in this area. Most of the stuff is a real remote Pacific part of the ocean, but the captain did indicate that they do drop some satellite waste, or excuse me, space waste.
Space waste, that's exactly
how he mentioned the word that he used. I don't know if you guys noticed fancy we are. Not only is it Valentine's Day,
it's a Gala Night.
It's a Gala Night.
I think this is our last
Cunard Queen Mary too. Getting all dressed up. It's the last time we're gonna get dressed. We might get dressed up on Princess. We're gonna go when we get to Fremantle. We'll spend 2 days in Fremantle. Then we fly over to Melbourne for 2 days. Then we go to Sydney for 2 days. And then we're on a Princess cruise for about a month.
Thereabouts, yeah.
Thereabouts, about a month. We might get dressed up on that cruise. And then we get on another cruise for a month. And I don't think we'll get dressed up on that one. That one is kick it back kind of cruise.
Yeah.
So we talked about Gala Night. Guess what? I can't say I hate. I used to like it. Then it's bingo. I used to like bingo. I used to go all the time. And then it kind of like, ooh, this stinks. I don't like doing bingo anymore.
Yeah.
And then Roberta, a friend of ours on the ship, said, "Oh, Michael, you can get your bingo card on this night at this evening, and you get an extra bonus free." What do you think sucked me in? It wasn't the bingo. It was free. Yeah. So we ended up doing a bingo card. We had a good time.
Yeah.
And we didn't win.
No. I was one number away from the coverall.
That was $5,000.
No, yeah, but I wasn't one number away at the $5,000 mark. You have to get it in a certain amount of numbers. I wasn't one number. I was two numbers at that point. But I feel like I stayed at two numbers for a really long time. Mm-hmm. And then I stayed at one number for an even longer time. And someone beat me to it. I did not win bingo.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about bingo on this ship. They get you in, they say, All right, we're losing the internet here. I am so sorry. So sorry. We're losing the internet. I don't even know if the image is pixelated. I'm so sorry. I thought we had a good connection. We are in a remote part of India, the Indian Ocean. The one thing I don't like about the bingo here is they say $5,000, get you in there. And then you have to hit it within 44 numbers. If you don't get the cover on 44 numbers, the 5,000 is no longer on the
It's off the
table.
table.
It's off the table.
Mhm.
And then it goes down to,
So far, so good.
oh, thank you for
Oh.
letting us know. And then the 5,000 goes off the table, and they say, oh, 150. It was 150 today. The other day it was how much?
250. I think it
250.
depends on how many people are playing. Is
She
that what
says
it is?
it depends on the amount of people that are playing. Hey, I get that. That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay. The same amount of people are playing for the $5,000.
Yeah.
So what the hell? Why is it 5,000?
I know.
Why isn't it? Well, it makes no sense to me. If you're willing to give a purse out there for $5,000 and you're advertising it everywhere, don't freaking knock it down to whatever people put a minimum amount of people playing. Knock it down to something that's respectable, like $500.
Yeah.
Oh, excellent! Thank you so much. Thank you.
So the picture's
For the
really
picture
good.
quality's good. Thank you. But if you're gonna have $5,000, oh, $5,000, oh, and you get there and nobody gets it because they didn't get it in the 44 numbers, they should be saying something like,
Yeah,
"Hey, $500."
No, I don't.
Something
I
respectable.
don't disagree. I don't disagree. But this is not the only cruise ship that we've been on where that bingo has been that way.
All right.
So
Are we done with bingo?
I think we're done with
All right,
bingo.
let's move on with bingo. But I kind of was back into it a little bit, but I don't know if I'm back into it. So let's move on. So we're gonna talk about our interesting few days. There are multiple elephants in the room. Which one should we go after first?
It's been a little crazy.
I'll start the list.
Yeah, let's not go too dramatic. Though.
Don't go. I am not dramatic.
You're not dramatic?
I thank God the picture looks good tonight, huh?
I'm wondering if all the people on here know how dramatic you actually are.
See this bow tie? I clipped it on all by myself. All right. Let's talk about norovirus. Now, what does the captain and the medical people call it?
They don't say noro. Correct. They say gastrointestinal illness.
And you know why I asked her to say it? Because I would screw that up. I can say norovirus.
Yes. Loves how dramatic you are.
Yes, I am. Just a tad.
You know them very well.
So I don't use the technical term, and norovirus is a technical term too. But I Googled norovirus causes gastrointestinal blah blah. Google it while you're up there. Regardless, we've had multiple people respond with comments on our breaking news about the breakout of the norovirus that I call norovirus, and I just want to give an update on that. When we left New York, we didn't see any evidence of it. We got all the way. We didn't see any evidence in Southampton, England. We got to Cape Town, South Africa. That's where it kind of went. That's where it went sideways. Yeah. And how we picked it up, and I was going to report it a couple of days before I actually reported it. They have these gray like dumpsters with a couple of wheels that they pull outside a room. They pull two of them, one on one side, and usually it's 2-3 people with a coat on, a face mask, gas, rubber gloves, red bags, hazmat bags. And I was at the time seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I would see 6 in the row of different rooms.
Yeah.
I'm a little stuffy. No, it's not the Cunard cough or anything like that. So I would see those, and I would see them quite frequently. Excuse me.
My goodness.
No, I realize it's just excuse me. Sorry. So I would see them, and I have been reporting an update. My latest update is I think it's clearing up because when we were going through the peak of the spread, they were
lots of them.
They were lots of those situations where they were cleaning rooms, etc.
Yeah.
All the food was saran wrapped off. There were some other things. Didn't
They
the
were
captain
really
mention?
they were really diligent about the tables and not letting you sit at a certain period of
Oh, that's
time. They
right.
were
They
washing them
wash them. They put
down.
a sign
There
on
was
them.
I mean, they roped off the drink station area, which is still roped off.
Yeah.
They're still serving us,
But you
but
could see it gradually pulling away because the laundry room was shut down. The laundry was shut off for, I don't know, 7 days or so.
yeah,
So now they open the laundry room so we can all go in the laundry room. So that's another good sign that it's getting better.
Mhm.
The dumpsters out in the, I call them dumpsters, but they're gray trash cans. I don't see those in the hallways. I think I saw one where I used to see
Yeah.
many before. And what else? Didn't the captain say something?
Well, the captain said every day part of his afternoon announcement is, continue wash your hands, commending the medical staff, like let the medical staff know if you do have any gastrointestinal symptoms or actual respiratory symptoms. He added to that list as well.
That was added.
Immediately, so that they can be proactive and handle it and take the precautions necessary for the rest of the guests. But he has said in the last few announcements that he thanks everyone for doing so because it seems to be in a downward swing, is what he had said today.
We're at the end of the day, what we're trying to get at is we're getting better.
Yep.
I think the norovirus is behind us. It's you can see a little bit in the front, a lot in the rear view mirror. I think when we get to Perth, it'll be mostly cleared up. Definitely when we get to Sydney, I would think. We're not going to be in Sydney. We're getting off Fremantle. For those of you who are getting on in Sydney, you're going to have a blast. I can tell you that much.
Yeah.
And those of you getting on Perth, you're going to have a blast as well. It's a great ship, tremendous amount of history. And if you ever run into a storm, this is the ship you want to
I
be
don't think I
on.
had a storm.
No, I just had to throw that in here because we ran into a storm 3 days straight in a row from New York.
Okay.
And it was an easy peasy one. So that was the number one elephant. Number two elephant in the room. We had a fire in the engine room.
Oh, that was crazy.
We had a fire in the engine room. I did a breaking news fire on the Queen Mary too.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I didn't want Michael to go too dramatic on this because I think when people hear about fire on this open seas, everyone gets so nervous.
Nobody wants to
but
hear
it
about
really
fire.
it was not a fire drill. I was upstairs in the room. I had come upstairs to get a sweater. Michael was down and we were going to play bingo. That's the day we were going to play bingo.
That's right.
And
the first time.
It was funny because I heard something, the engine, like a winding down kind of sound. It was just a weird sound. I can't really describe it. And
you've never heard it before.
Yeah. And then shortly after that, someone came on the live speaker, the little bing bong kind of sound.
Ding dong.
Exactly. And something in my gut said, listen to what's going on. And so
it was coming through the rooms throughout the entire ship and
it wasn't
bridge command.
Well, it wasn't in the room. It wasn't in the room, but it was in the hallway. Wow. And I actually opened the hallway to listen to it more clearly because I did repeat it twice. And it was, they were looking for a team to go to a certain deck in a certain room. And they said the engine room, and it was the code was fire. And I literally took a moment and said, okay, I'm in the room. Michael's not here. I know where he is. The life jackets are here. Okay, we're in what do we do?
I thought you said you told me not to make it dramatic.
What I'm trying to emphasize is that in literally 2 minutes, my brain went into overdrive of what do you do?
That's her in the room.
Yes.
I was downstairs in the Golden Lion, getting ready for bingo, and let me see. I'm visiting my cousin Sydney from 6 weeks traveling in the UK. You're gonna have a blast, Brenda. You're gonna have a blast. Everything's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
So I'm down in the Golden Lion, and it comes through the intercom, and I'm like, he said fire. He said there's a fire. Nobody got him. Nobody was alarmed. Everybody, you could see everybody's face was like, wow, that's weird.
When I opened the door, there were 2 workers walking by. I said, that doesn't sound good. I said, oh, it'll be okay. That's exactly what I said.
Crowd control.
I was kind of like,
everything's going to be okay.
So I remember saying to myself, well, I'm not leaving this room until I know what's going on. So I was like hemming and hawing and everything else. And then I was like, it literally was 2 minutes later, and the captain came on and said, certain
Stand
teams
down,
stand down.
We got it under control. Fire's been extinguished.
And then he proceeded to say there was a fire in the engine room. I think he said the recycling
he says
incinerator,
but I didn't hear that. But I mean, at the end of the day, we don't know exactly what he said relative to that or how extensive.
Much. Yeah.
But it was quick.
It was quick.
It was quick. I mean, they did a great job. But there was a fire in the middle of the Indian Ocean, and no one felt alarmed at any time. The captain and the crew did a great job.
But I didn't tell you.
But that's elephant number 2.
Yes.
So we want to talk about elephant number 3.
What's elephant number 3?
I haven't reported it yet, but people have made comments.
Yes.
Which I don't believe they're substantiated. There may be some COVID going around with the Noro. I don't think, I've never heard it from anybody official. And I just think I heard it through messages, comments on a couple of my breaking news reports. So that's.
So what I'll say about that is,
that's put it in don't worry about it.
Well, no, what I would say is there's a possibility, and if somebody has said that they know people that have it, exactly, that's in there being taken care of. That's great. But we haven't heard of any outbreak of any kind like that. I will say there is a lot of coughing.
They call it the Cunard cough is what they call it. Now, we've had the Cunard cough. We haven't had it, but we've heard it since New York. Didn't we hear it in New York?
Yeah.
So we would go to the planetarium.
Any theater.
Any theater, you'd hear. Yeah. It was like a musical thing going on.
Everyone seems to cough.
And someone had mentioned, I think it was on Friendbook, the Cunard cough.
Yeah.
So don't worry about it. It's been here, and I say don't worry about it. I'm talking for myself. If you're concerned, then talk to your doctor or talk to whoever. But from my own experience, it's a cough.
So far,
it's a cough. And I'm not a doctor. I'm not a medical doctor. So don't listen to me. I'm just some freaking Fruit Loop on a Queen Mary 2 for almost 45 days. All right, let's move on. Let's talk about Valentine's Day. Do you want to touch on that, or we want to end on that?
So we can touch on it, but I want to bring something over. Hold on a second.
Bring something over.
Look what we got, or I got.
Yes, super professional.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So this beautiful Valentine's Day rose was given to me by not this man, but
I didn't
man
have access to it. So
at dinner, the maitre d' Louis,
making his move.
But I'm not that special because every woman who walked in to the dining room got a rose tonight. So that was really sweet, very sweet.
If I had access to roses, I would have bought you.
Smells nice. Smells very nice.
Can I take a whiff?
Yeah. It smells like a rose.
It
smells like a rose. So I put it in my little vase over here because I think it's really pretty. So for the next couple of days, I get to look at a rose.
Let's move on with Valentine's
Not from him.
Day. She got the rose. Dinner, they had lobster with steak,
Chateaubriand. Yeah.
Chateaubriand steak. Oh, yeah. Lobster.
I just said the lobster, but you gave me a little piece of your meat.
So that was good. And the dessert had a heart-shaped chocolate. I got that. She didn't. And what did you end up getting? Oh, lemon souffle.
Oh, yeah.
They did that this morning when we went up for breakfast. They had all kinds of decorations everywhere.
The buffet
They're
area.
really taking Valentine's Day like 20 notches up, I would say, with the decorations everywhere.
I don't think we've ever been on a ship for Valentine's Day, so I can't say that this is.
You sure?
Valentine's Day?
I'm going to go through my list.
February?
I think we have.
February is not, or at least not me.
February,
maybe you.
February is a good.
I'm certainly not last
cruising
year.
Month.
I wasn't last year. But anyways,
want to give hats off to the crew and everybody
it
for
was
Valentine's.
sweet.
Cunard's done a pretty sweet job with the Valentine's Day.
Yeah, Valentine's isn't usually a big holiday for us.
Yeah, we don't.
But
we're in love. We don't need a holiday to tell us we're in love. Right? It's Valentine's Day every day in our
Yes.
house.
Okay. Let's move on.
Cunard did a great job with Valentine's Day, all the way from the beginning of the morning, all the way throughout the night. All right, let's talk about the casino. I have been to the casino. I did a blackjack tournament a couple of days ago. I dabbled a little bit on a blackjack table. Eh, I really think that casino is like it's like being in the Twilight Zone. They,
Yeah.
they just, I don't want to beat it up too much, but they don't have a lot of
Excitement
to get people in there. And when people like me that are very excitable,
Mhm.
this is a family environment here. I said, that's the exact words, family environment. I says, it is a casino, right?
Like you
Like
can't
they
be a
like kids in
kid.
here, family, but whatever. So I went in there, and the only thing I could say is I feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone. It doesn't feel like a casino that I'm used to going to. And granted, ship casinos and land casinos are all a little bit, every casino is a little bit different. There's no question. This one, I call it the Twilight Zone. All
People
right.
are very nice.
Oh, the people are
People are
the people
amazing.
amazing.
But I agree that the dynamic in the casino
And I don't
itself
know
is
if
a
it's
little
the
weird.
management, the way they manage it,
I don't think it is.
but the way the people, I mean, the dealers are amazing. The dealers are amazing. The cashiers are amazing. The bar staff. But I don't know if
I've
it's the
literally-
management that is creating the vibe of.
Since Cape Town, which has been like a second
Yeah.
segment for us.
Yeah.
Since Cape Town, I've only been into the casino and chatted with the dealers.
The dealers
Yeah.
in the house.
In the host, yeah, just chatted. I have not yet put my card into play.
Yeah.
I just haven't felt the need to play.
Yeah, but she's not getting a vibe there. It's just,
Yeah.
it's not a. They don't. I can't explain it. It's a Twilight Zone. I don't want to beat the hell out of it, but I do want to move on to.
Have a bet between both of you, say $100 that you spent Valentine's Day on different uses.
On different games. We on Valentine. Wow, you know how to suck me right in, didn't you? So we go down there with $100 each, and we pick our Valentine's game.
Yeah.
I think that's what I read. I got sucked into that one. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. What do you think?
I'm thinking I want to take my $100 and go to the
Go to where?
go to the shops. I saw a T-shirt that I want to get before we get off the ship here. That's a Cunard T-shirt. I told them today.
All right.
We only have a couple days left. I said I want to get a T-shirt.
All right. So we watched this sex talk lady.
Oh boy, we didn't really go to it.
We're going anyway. The sex talk lady. No, it wasn't the sex talk lady. It was the doctor of laughter. So the doctor of laughter said men's brains work different than women's brains. And he gave some examples. No, this was this one of the examples was when a man goes into a cabinet. Hey, go get the salt. He's in the cabinet looking for the salt everywhere. I can't find it. Where the heck did you put it? She says, it's over there next to here, blah, blah, blah. I look, I can't find it. And then I'll say something. This is not just me. I think all men are this way. And I'll say, I can't find it. It's not here. She'll come over, she'll open a cabinet, she'll just pick it right out. Here it is.
Like in front of your face.
You just put that there because it wasn't there. So that was one example. Another example, that was the laughter guy. Then the sex doctor showed an image of a car with this lady in a nice bathing suit leaning up against the car. So men see the chick in a nice bathing suit. They don't even see the car, right? Is that what it is? Is that what she said?
I guess.
And then a woman sees the car. Like, oh, look at that car. It's a nice car. So what I'm getting at, it's a long about story, but I'm trying to tell you how men's brains work. So I happen to be walking down the aisleway today.
Okay.
Down the room. I didn't tell you this yet.
Yes.
But I'd like your opinion.
Okay.
On how the female stewards dress.
How they dress?
How they dress.
They have on a skirt.
Yeah, but what do you see? Do you see the car or do you see the tights? What do you see? You see the woman with the bathing suit, or you see the car? Well, I'll tell you what I saw. I was like, oh my God, it's gonna be a Halloween costume, some freaking Valentine's costume. Matter of fact, that's the way the man's brain works. Let's move on to Rock On. We saw Rock On last night. It's
it's a quartet, male singers. They are all come from a musical background, done like Broadway shows and things like that, and they all have a love of classic rock music, and so they did a medley, I guess, so to speak.
All rock, like
all
Queen. Was it Queen?
Aerosmith,
Aerosmith.
U2.
U2. They did a bunch of rock stuff.
Yeah.
And what was
Meatloaf.
cool? What was Meatloaf? Yeah. What was cool? I didn't know that Meatloaf sold more records.
Bathing suit all day long.
Yeah, my.
Yeah.
They so where was I? You threw me off with the bathing suit. I was on track. You threw the freaking bathing suit comment out there. Oh man, a man's brain, the way it works. So what was cool about rock? They go Rock On. They said, hey, take pictures, take videos, do whatever you want. Show your family, post them, do whatever you want. And we were like,
wow. Yeah, because usually
camera came right out.
I know, it's true. Usually almost all of the, whether it's talks, lectures, musicals,
do not pull your camera out,
dancing,
blah, blah, blah. And we respect it. We respect it.
Yeah, exactly. So of course, the interesting thing about this, for those of you who don't know, Michael isn't very quiet, and he loves singing along to the songs that he knows. However, he doesn't have the best musical talent, let's say.
I'll agree with that.
So he was singing a little bit, and
in my head it sounds good.
I'm sure it did. I had to lean over at one point and say, there's someone behind you videotaping. Shh. Because he was getting so loud and so off key. It was awful.
All right, I've had enough of that. We're gonna move on from that. But that was Rock On. I wanted to put
true statement. Kelly knows.
Yeah, that's true. Definitely a true statement. Well, okay. All right. Yeah. So we have videos coming up. We have the tour guide of South Africa. We hired a private tour guide, and it was an amazing. He was amazing. He's pretty handsome looking. Wait till you see the video. I think he's kind of like a hottie. He really got dimples and talks really.
Anyway, so yeah, we put together.
The tour was good.
We put together a tour. Men's brains, right? Even
yeah, but that's a guy.
I was gonna say, it doesn't matter, opposite sex or not. Apparently, you're noticing these things.
I notice everything.
Yeah, so I put together a video. We're in the process of uploading that. Hopefully, we'll get another one uploaded shortly as well.
And it's all about South Africa while we were there on day number 2. And it touches a little bit of everything. I hope you guys get an opportunity to check it out. And then the next one is Zelda Lagrange.
Yeah.
Zelda Lagrange, we're working on that. She was the personal assistant to Nelson Mandela for 19 years. And she is a marvelous personality, full of love, full of knowledge in her head. And I hope you enjoy that video because it's really a great video.
Yeah, the interesting thing about that video, as I'm putting it together, and might as well just mention it now, is, obviously her talk is all about her book in addition to her experiences, and it's all copyright information. But it was just a really amazing, heartfelt discussion and talk, and we really enjoyed it quite a bit. So we really wanted to be able to at least highlight that moment and yeah, we have a gala tonight.
Yeah, we have a gala night tonight. Can you tell, bye? Oh yeah. I tied this clip on all by myself. Go ahead. Sorry.
That's okay. No, that's what I was going to say. So that video is it's more about our experience and listening to her than it is about what she said.
And I think what it's going to do for you is you're going to give you a little bit of an idea of who she is, and maybe we'll put a little bit of a background in there if we can.
Yeah.
And it was an amazing experience for us, and that's why we want to capture it on video and share it with all of you guys.
Yeah.
19 years with Nelson Mandela. And you know what the funny thing is, and I feel embarrassed about this, what I'm about to say, I feel embarrassed about it. I knew about Nelson Mandela, but I didn't really know about Nelson Mandela. After listening to Zelda, gave me a little bit of an appreciation and understanding about Nelson Mandela. Yeah. It was an unbelievable story.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
So, all right. And what else? Oh, back to where we all started. We're packing.
Yes.
Tomorrow. We're going to be in Perth.
Yep.
I'm sad, but I'm happy. I'm excited about to get to Australia. I've heard so many wonderful things about Australians and the country, and we're excited. So what the plan's going to be tomorrow.
Yeah.
Maybe we do a live tomorrow. We're going to pack, and we're going to have a champagne party. And guess who's going?
You and me.
That's it. Andrea and I are having our own champagne party tomorrow while we pack.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
if you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. Please watch our videos. We had a whole South Africa chain of videos up there, but we still have so many more we got to post, and we're in the process of that. And ciao for now. Thanks for coming along.
All right. See you soon.
All right. Where's that button?